A Request by Elizabeth Sherwin. Oh, give me but one friendly heart, where I may safely, fondly dwell, where vile deceit have not a part to break hope's pure enchanting spell. No vain regret shall then be mine, I will not grieve at joy flies fast, but calmly unto fate resign all else in life till life be past. A soft answer turneth away wrath, by Elizabeth Sherwin. O angry looks and angry words assail thee with their tenfold ire, which seem to snap affection's cords, and wrath and malice to inspire. Still kindly look and softly speak, let thy response be always mild, and fervently but gently seek to calm with meekness passion's child. A teacher's address to her pupils by Elizabeth Sherwin. Dear children, objects of my daily care, my nightly dreams and my continual prayer, a moment from your daily studies lend, and hear the counsel of an ardent friend. First, know yourselves, all your defects discern, reject not the honest praise, but flattery spurn. In all things strictly keep God's holy law, and daily precepts from the Scriptures draw. Strain every nerve for knowledge, day by day, but on religion the foundation lay. Remember, talents to your care were given, that by their culture you may merit heaven. Remember also that no bliss can last, that joy and sorrow both will soon be past, and keep them still within that narrow bound, where true delights are only to be found. Let no vain terror scare you from your trust. Be nobly firm, be gentle, but be just. Scorn all such weakness as your sex degrades, nor seek a joy that others' right invades. Be meek, be humble, yet too proud to bend to aught that's mean, and be to truth a friend. Let purest virtue all your actions guard, and be for all the ills of prepared. Enjoy its blessings with a grateful heart, and what you can to others once impart. Of all their failings kindly draw a veil, hide all their faults, and for their sorrows feel. Severity should ne'er your hearts invade, no passion's angry storms your sex degrade. Yet still be firm, still on yourselves depend, and next to God be each your own best friend. Be gentle, mild, be steady, true and just, nor too confiding, nor afraid to trust. Your parents' honor, love, attend, obey, regard their counsel, and their care repay. Respect yourselves, God's holy laws fulfill, so shall you live blessed and contented still, and ever find, till life shall have an end, in God a Father, and in man a friend. H. by Elizabeth Sherwin. As alone by his fireside poor Raymond was sitting, reclined in his armchair, forsaken, forlorn, the scenes of his life or his fancy were flitting, and he wept as he thought on his youth's early morn. A tear of regret down his pale cheek was stealing, and so was legible marked on his brow. His white locks the progress of time were revealing, and his sad heavy heart was overflowing with woe. He bitterly sighed, while in sentences broken he murmured, "Where those shadows are gone, they once had with joy as of bliss a bright token, as with that bliss in my hopes they have flown. Where those friends I once tenderly cherished, whose kindness made life like a smooth river flow. Why from bosom each warm heart has perished, all now have left me, yes, all are laid low. Children as dear as life blood formed me, its fondly hope would soothe life's latest stay, sweet hopes that in earlier days of enchant me, like dreams from morning faded fade. All that I loved, in the grave now sleeping, I've seen one by one each companion depart. I felt the cold hand of old age slowly creeping, and so feel it was lonely has broken my heart. Come, gentle slumber of deafness, calm me, with me all swimmer by the visions have flown. Let me once more behold those come before me. Who can inhabit this bleak world alone? All Things Pass Away by Elizabeth Sherwin. In morning's life I hailed the flowers that glittered in my sunny path, and smiled as past the golden hours which youth in all its freshness have. But soon as bliss came sweeping o'er, and on its wings brought sad decay, the dropping flowers now bloomed no more, but withered leaf by leaf away. I saw two little parents' wrens construct their nicely fashioned nests, with moss from off a neighbouring fence, wherein their callow young might rest. A little chirping brood they came, and filled the parents' hearts with glee, while anxiously they fed the same, and joyous hopped from tree to tree. A group of schoolboys wandering by, with eager gladness snatched the prize, unheedful of the parents' cry, nor let one pitying thought arise. I saw a little smiling child at play before its parents' door, all flushed with ruddy health it smiled, and blooming looks of joy it wore. But pallid sickness bowed its head, and made its little bosom heave, Soon it lay all cold and dead within the dark and silent grave. Thus all things pass away, thus nothing on the earth can last, ambition's bulwarks all decay, even time itself is fading fast. And let us not be weary, by Elizabeth Sherwin. O ye who toil and labour hard for good, and strive to make the gospel understood, although no grateful thanks yet crown your care, no fruit for all your well-sown seeds appear, still faint not, but toil on, nor fear, flowers may spring up your rugged path to cheer. Faint not, think how much must yet be done. Redemption's labour scarcely is begun. A well-sown seed within the ground may lie, long unobserved by every passer-by. O'er it 1,000 careless feet may tread, and may be to all appearance dead. Chill frosts will come and harden all the ground, and snowflakes will whiten everything around. Yet spring appears, and genial sun and showers relax the earth, and bring forth blooming flowers. The little seed, which all had thought was dead, will struggle forth, and raise its tender head, and 'neath the gentle influence of spring, a plenteous stock of fruit and flowers will bring. Then be not weary in well-doing, still toil on, and every task of life fulfill, with purpose steadfast, and a virtuous aim, unheedful of the world's applause or fame. Toil on, and faint not, though it may be hard. Our deeds, or good or bad, will meet a reward with whatsoever grain we sow or field. It will, in time, a certain harvest yield. Be kindly affectioned one to another, by Elizabeth Sherwin. Be ever loving, ever good and kind. Let no vindictive feeling cross your mind. Love one another, so the apostle taught, who was with every kindly feeling fraught. Let no harsh word or look increase around, but breathe soft words of hope and comfort round. They who from honor's path mistaken rove, may be won back by kindness and by love. Forgive. 'Tis what our Saviour did before, his mild rebuke was, Go, and sin no more. But the wisdom that is from above is first pure, by Elizabeth Sherwin. Give me wisdom from above, whence freely and unceasing flows the stream of universal love, whence every grace and virtue grows. That wisdom which can power impart to clear the head and calm the heart. O give me that pure knowledge, Lord, which makes me know myself aright. When I search thy sacred word, imbue my mind with heavenly light. Give me that spirit undefined, which makes me love for humankind. Give me wisdom true, divine, which scorns hypocrisy and art, which does to smiling peace incline, and purest principles impart, which calmly views earth's ties unriven, and fixes every hope on heaven. Dreams, by Elizabeth Sherwin. What are ye, ye visions, ye spells of a night, the darkest profound can illume? Are ye sunshine from heaven, sent out darkness to light, to chase away sorrow and gloom? Yes, yes, though in sleep's heavy chain half fast bound, my soul's narrow prison of clay, my spirit unshackled and freedom can bound, released from the thraldom of day. Though the morn bring me bitterness, sorrow, and care, though through day I in sadness may be, and my brow the deep fur of anguish may wear in the hours of the night, I am free. When all the dear faces that smiled in my youth, the fond ones, the loved ones I greet, all that's holy in love, all that's lovely in truth, with joyfulness when I can meet. May come, ye soft spells, loose the shackles of day, spread before me dear scenes such as these, bind fast of this dull heavy prison of clay, myself with bright visions, thus please. Early Prayer, by Elizabeth Sherwin. O teach the little child to pray, lest sin pollute his opening mind. In sweet religion's gently sway, 'twill balm for sin and sorrow find. Or fill its soul with precepts sound of true mortality and love, and teach it where true joys are found, and fix its hopes on things above. When will it walk life's thorny road, unscathed by guilt's corrupting power, unhurt by pleasure's maddening goad, safe in temptation's trying hour? When plodding through this world of care, and when despair and anguish lower, remembrance of the early prayer steals over the heart with unknown power, and oft arrests the wild career, pursued in pleasure's thrilling thought. A firm but gentle rein is there, the prayer by tender mother taught. Then teach the little child to pray, a sin pollute its opening mind. In calm religion's gentle sway, 'twill balm for sin and sorrow find. Epitaph, by Elizabeth Sherwin. He sleeps in death, a man of worthy name, who sought no useless wealth, false honor, fame, beloved in life, true, noble, good and kind, to all earth's changes and to God resigned. Evening Song of Spring, by Elizabeth Sherwin. Softly blows the evening breeze, gently flows the gliding river, With birds warble in the trees, nature's songsters, charming ever. The setting sun with golden ray on grove and meadow sweetly gleaming, gilding all the flowers of May, which brightly now around are beaming. Earth seems wrapped in purest joy, then banish far all gloom and sadness. Nature's pleasures never cloy, but fill the soul with pleasing gladness. Then let the good and virtuous now enjoy the bliss for them intended, and banish care from every brow, lest flowers will bloom till life is ended. Ever Faithful by Elizabeth Sherwin. I never will forsake thy lowly lot, when fortune frowns and summer friends depart. If all the world fly from thee, I will not thy source make thee dearer to my heart. I'll not forsake thee when chill age comes on, and dims thine eye and tints thy locks with snow. I never leave thee when earth's joys are gone, and mirth gives place to sickness, grief, and woe. And when thou art laid upon the bed of death, and pain distorts thy features languid pale, I will not shrink, but watch thy parting breath, and gently soothe thee till each pulse shall fail. But if a God who rules decrees to spare my life, till thou to thy long home art gone, I mourn for thee and pray to join thee there, till all is past and life itself is done. Friendship by Elizabeth Sherwin. In this great world of grief and woe, where naught but thorns invest the ground, few are the joys our hearts can know, save those which friendship spreads around. When fortune frowns and proves unkind, and with the load of cares we bend, oh, what a sweet relief we find the bosom of a faithful friend. How lonely and forlorn is he who neither love nor friendship knows, how gloomy all his thoughts must be, how cold alike to friends and foes. No generous passion warm his heart, no glowing virtues soothe his mind, no aid would he to woe impart, gloomy, unfeeling, and unkind. Give always thanks unto the Lord, by Elizabeth Sherwin. Give always thanks unto the Lord, call on his name in prayer, throughout the world proclaim his word and grace will crown your care. God's kind care for all, by Elizabeth Sherwin. 'Tis winter, and sweeping our mountain and rock, the wind visits all in its course with a shock. The chilling snow beats, and the pelting rain drives, birds creep to their shelter and beasts to their heaps. Not a leaflet adorns the tall dark waving trees, and vainly we look for the gentle spring breeze. How cold and how comfortless all seems around, there's sleet in the air and snow on the ground. But God in his infinite wisdom and love looks down from his heaven of mercy and love, and gives suitable shelter to man and beast, to the hungry one food, to the weary one rest. He kindly provideth for great and for small, in his bountiful goodness he careth for all. Hope and Disappointment by Elizabeth Sherwin. What is hope? A beauteous flower that blooming courts the youthful hand. It grows in every earthly bough by gentle, genial breezes fanned. But still, as each fond anxious wretch attempts to pluck it from the stem, scarce can its trembling fingers stretch, a disappointment snaps the gem. Knowledge by Elizabeth Sherwin. If you wish your children to get on in the world, give them education, give them knowledge. If you wish them to be respected, teach them to respect themselves. Lay of an Isolated One by Elizabeth Sherwin. The heavy cloud upon my brow and saddest mood I drove, there's no one left to laugh me, no, nothing left to laugh. Dim is the light of youthful hours, kind friends have all departed, joys of life have lost their powers, and I am broken-hearted. A bird, which from the schoolboy root I bought, unfledged to safe and softest bed and tenderest food, the little nesting gave, for chilling winter's darksome days, when snow was in the air, repaid me with the sweetest lace for my gentle care. But in the spring, with sun and showers, to brighter days gave birth, and scattered freely buds and flowers, all the teeming earth. A sort of far off sun he met, no more heard his lay, of me he felt no longer need, and thus he flew away. Fond I loved the fair thing that trotted by my side, and round in many a lightsome spring its agile gambols tried. When passed away but one short year, it ceased with me to stray, 'twas false, like many a petted deer, and bounded far away. My dog, whose life in faith was past, astray was never led, his love was faithful to the last, but he, alas, is dead. With heavy cloud upon my brow and deep despair thereof, there's no one left to love me, no, nothing left to love. Life's frail bark is tempest-tossed by Elizabeth Sherwin. A wanderer on life's stormy sea, my very bark is tempest-driven. I've sought in vain some port to see, and vain to gain some friendly haven. Then farewell, all I fondly love, the waves of disappointment sever those hopes which too fallacious prove, and check their brilliant dreams forever. Lines accompanying a present by Elizabeth Sherwin. I love you, yes I love you, my warm heart's inmost core, and should care and so grieve you that I love you 10 times more. My pulse is beating lightly with affection kind and true, and hope is smiling brightly, for my faith is strong in you. Then take this little token, all simple thought it be, of a truth and faith unbroken, of a spirit light and free. For I love you, yes, I love you, in my warm heart's inmost core, and should care and so grieve you, then I love you 10 times more. Lines on a recent melancholy event by Elizabeth Sherwin. The air was calm, the sky serene and bright, the gentle moon shed round a silvery light. The twinkling stars in silent beauty beamed, and earth a home of peace and beauty seemed. But through the air a solemn pealing sound broke the dead calm which reigned in all around, and echo, sighing, answered back to knell the lingering whisper of a passing bell. At this lone hour, to shun the multitude who press with vulgar gaze, with action rude, poor Annie to her latest home was borne, the victim of deceit, of cruelty and scorn. No sable weeds, no mimic grief was there, no stately pall concealed by homely briar. One follower alone, with hoary head, bent low, and very unconscious dead. A few brief moments, and the scene was closed. Still over grave where Annie's form reposed. A wretched father knelt, with accents wild, and anguish mourning his departed child. Lines on the Approach of Death by Elizabeth Sherwin. I know that I must die. The hour comes stealing on with solemn pace, armed with a firm, resistless power. Grim death unmasks his hideous face. The darkness of a grave's long night grows deeper still as time steals by, and fills my trembling soul with fright. I feel how awful 'tis to die. But through this fearful heavy gloom, a cheering ray of light I see, which shews, beyond the dreaded tomb, life, peace, and immortality. Lines on Visiting Overbury Wood near Braddon, Worcestershire by Elizabeth Sherwin. Enchanting spot, sweet paradise of earth, here, wrapped in sweet seclusion, could I dwell unseen, unenvied and unknown, in boundless admiration of thy scenes, which, to the fond admiring eye, present a gay variety of beauty ever new. The lofty oak with spreading branches forms a cool impenetrable shade, alike resisting chilling blasts and scorching rays. In its protecting shelter, blooming sweet, the primrose mild, and lovely violet blow, and all the gay variety of white flowers. The birds in fearless rapture warble forth their wild harmonious music, charming all. And thou, sweet stream, whose limpid waters roll in gentle murmurs over moss-crowned pebbles, casting a dewy freshness over each surrounding flower and shrub, still will I watch your sacred winding course, until you reach the middle of the grove to rest awhile. Behold the spot, sacred to heavenly love, enchanting, beautiful. Here could I sit beside this quiet lake of resting waters, which reflects the clear blue vault of heaven, and muse untired. Oh, if on human life mortal spirits do attend and watch unseen the erring steps of mortal men, here in this sacred spot they sure must rest. Could I but shake the mist from off my eyes, and now behold them in this lovely shade, I could imagine it were paradise. But our vain wish, each bond has long been burst by man's transgressions, that spiritual and mortal beings bound in friendly intercourse, sad thought, death and the grave alone can now effect our union with angels and conduct our soul to never-ending paradise. Lines written in a country town by Elizabeth Sherwin. Hail, lovely spot, the peace lives undisturbed, and beauty dwells in each surrounding scene. I love to linger in thy quiet streets, noting thy kind inhabitants, whose smiles bespeak hearts pure and fraught with happiness. No haughty looks of self-approving scorn, nor signs of would-be greatness intervene to ruffle or disturb the general union. Here trade and husbandry go hand in hand, and render all one scene of social bliss. Nor are thy landscapes less inviting. Soft o'er thy fertile cultivated plains the hand of beauty sheds her liveliest tints. The flowery fields, the meadows richly green, through which the winding river sweetly glides, and murmurs gently as it flows along. The rising hills, the widely spreading vales, conspire to raise sensations of delight, of peace, of admiration, and of love. Love's Broken Spell by Elizabeth Sherwin. Around my fond and faithful heart a holy spell was resting, of life's best joys the purest part with sunshine all investing. Within its influence all things smiled, each passing hour brought pleasure. Eye and hope, care's darkest frown begilded, and joy spread forth with treasure. But the truest heart was false at last, words chill and cold were spoken, the happy dream of love was past, the holy spell was broken. 9 verses of the 19th chapter of Corinthians by Elizabeth Sherwin. Why with angel eloquence may speak, and tongues of wisest men my language form, if charity be not the end I seek, my words are but a noisy, senseless storm. A sounding brass or tinkling cymbal snout my speech upon the empty air will flout. What for the gift of prophecy be mine, and all the knowledge ancient law can give? Why I have power all mysteries to define, and faith removing mountains to achieve? Without sweet charity all this is naught, still I am nothing, useless, vain, untaught. And though to feed the poor I freely give each part of worldly goods that may be mine, and to the flames commit me while I live, and every hope and prospect here resign, yet without charity all this is naught, all emptiness, and with no profit wrought. Charity long suffereth and is kind, it envieth not, it vaunteth not itself, is not puffed up, and ne'er behaves unkind, nor compromises wickedness for pelf, is slow to anger, slow to harbour sin, sees naught of evil out, is pure within. In no downfall can charity rejoice, it beareth all things patiently and well. Truth dwells with music, and her heavenly voice she doth of hope through long endurance tell, is ever willing to assist a friend, and do of all things, hoping to the end. Do not ask me for a song, by Elizabeth Sherwin. Do not ask me for a song, a broken heart cannot obey. A faltering voice untuned so long, and only drawn the doleful lay. For softest hand I've broke my lyre, shivered every tuneful string, no more will mirth strains inspire, cannot bear to sing. Qualities my friend should possess, by Elizabeth Sherwin. Enough good nature to excuse my folly, enough of wit to banish melancholy, enough of fun to cheer my dropping spirits, enough good sense just to discern my merits. Soliloquy on hearing a church bell, by Elizabeth Sherwin. Hark! 'Tis the church bell's thrilling sound strikes so many and summons me to prayer. It speaks to drowsy sinners like trumpets to the dead, and says, "Arise, ye sleepers! Wake from your dreams of fond security, and view with open eyes the frightful rocks and yawning gulfs which lurk beneath the sunny bowers, where now in fancied bliss your wild imaginations stray unchecked. However, turn your feet, approach with awe these sacred gates, and reverently kneel before the holy altar of your God. Then, O my soul, obey the summons, rise and devoutly join in solemn prayer with those who sacred keep the Sabbath day, preparing for the awful change which soon must wake us to long eternity. Spring, by Elizabeth Sherwin. Spring is coming, listen, through the ambient air 1,000 cheerful voices humming, all to welcome her prepare. See the birds in every bower, tune the voice and plumb the wing, each exerts his little power to welcome the returning spring. From the earth fresh flowers are springing, buds on every tree burst forth, the merry lark in air is singing, all around is joy and mirth. Then let the human heart beat lightly, and in such a scene rejoice, let the beaming eyes smile brightly, and tune to God the grateful voice. Stanza, by Elizabeth Sherwin. O give me the spirit that ne'er was enslaved, the mind which for freedom all hardships hath braved, to bow to be conquered, too proud to bow down, who never the yoke of submission hath known. But to being so purely to tremble or bend, that in deepest affliction a murmur can send, oh, banish afar, and bring high the heart, yet with all that is noble can still be apart. Still onward advance, with an unflinching mind, yet ever be merciful, gentle and kind. Sunrise, by Elizabeth Sherwin. 'Tis morning, listen, through the ambient air, the waking sounds of distant day are heard, a busy murmuring from all anxious care, and still faint sounds of many a waking bird. See first the region of the eastern heaven, clothed in Aurora's beauteous purple robe, and crimson clouds aside are gently driven, and the all-glorious sun lights up the world. Around him breaks of purple light he throws, surpassing all that human art can frame. The softened tints of violet and rose are soon succeeded by day's glowing flame. The whole horizon beams with glorious light, and everything with joy and bliss seems rife. The feathered tribes awaking take their flight, and the insect thousands seem to feel new life. The playful lambkins gambol over green, the merry lark on soaring wing pours forth a fair nature's simple strain. The morning queen and every grove seems wakened into mirth. O may the aspirations of my soul be raised to God, and high my prayers ascend, adoring him by whose all-wise control stern nature's laws can with such beauty blend. The Error, by Elizabeth Sherwin. Our ancient sages strangely erred when souls to man alone they gave, and vaunting impiously averred that woman's soul dies in the grave. Sad mistake all must allow, men to make mistakes are prone, for sense and reason prove it now, our sakes of souls, despairs have none. The Friends I Love by Elizabeth Sherwin. Oh, give me but the friends I love, affection's fond endearing smile. Then build or dale or lawn or grove or flowery bank or moss-grown stile, where form and turn my place of rest, content would still dwell in my breast. Though skies may smile above my head, in azure decked and gemmed in stars, though flowers beneath my feet are spread and earth a smile of beauty wears, yet my fond heart will ache with care if kindred spirits be not there. I love the trees, I love the flowers, and every plant which decks the fields, I love the sunshine and the showers, and every beauty nature yields. Yet vain are all, my soul will pine, if friendship's blessings are not mine. The Good Minister by Elizabeth Sherwin. A man of gentle heart and noble mind, of manner simple, of demeanour kind, studious and self-denying, true and just, whom bad men must respect, whom all can trust. Who, uncharitable, harsh, prone to complain, should call him useless or his labours vain, boldly affirming that no hell, no heaven, the bad await, or to the good is given. Let such go visit once the house of death, when swiftly ebbs the fast departing breath, and solemn fate, with never failing power, awaits to close the last dark lingering hour. 'Tis when the minister's kind soothing aid dispels each gloomy doubt, each sombre shade, cheers the lone soul, and through the Saviour's love instills blessed hope, and points to realms above. Where soothed each anxious fear, all doubting cease, and the blessed spirit takes its flight in peace, whilst weeping friends, inspired by solemn prayer, resign to God the last sad parting bier. Thousands thus, poor, lone, unfriended, stand, unfed, untaught in our unhappy land, who pine with care, to whom no joy is given, who have no friend but God, no hope but heaven. To them the minister's kind aid is more than golden treasures, or than learning's store, and base is he who would with impious breath destroy the poor man's solace, even in death. The Hour of Prayer by Elizabeth Sherwin. Oh, sweet to me the blush of morn, and sweet the richly perfumed air, sweet is the lovely blossom thorn, but sweeter still the hour of prayer. It lifts my thoughts from man to God, it brings remembrance back of those who sleep beneath the mouldering sod, released from care and soft repose. When I breathe a fervent prayer, from earth my spirit seems to sped, and, freed from worldly thought and care, hot commune with the happy dead. Oh, dear to me the solemn sound of closing evening's vesper bell. It fills the mind with thoughts profound, spreads around the heart a holy spell. Oh, sweet to me the blush of morn, and sweet the richly perfumed air. Sweet is the lovely blossom thorn, but sweeter still the hour of prayer. The House of God by Elizabeth Sherwin. How sweet the house of God to treat, to hear the blessed gospel read, the solemn organ's sacred sound, the tolling bell long echoing round. And what true joy all Christians share, who bend the knee in earnest prayer, when with a heart to God unveiled, to hidden secret sin concealed, soothed by sweet thoughts of sins forgiven, of peace on earth and future heaven. The Omnipresent by Elizabeth Sherwin. In every blade of grass that grows, and every beauteous flower that flowers, are God to see. His voice in each gentle breeze, His smile on all the blooming trees that deck the green. His breath is in each perfumed flower, His kindness in each gentle shower that falls on earth. To every sound that cheers the growth of harmony and peace and love, His hand gives birth. On everything and every place the image of our God we trace, His goodness prove. And let each wondrous work be praised, and gratefully each heart be raised to heaven above. The Poor Italian Boy by Elizabeth Sherwin. He stands before me, a poor houseless child, the weak, the unprotected and the lost, with such a meaning, gentle, quiet look, enough to move the most unfeeling heart. Without a friend, without a home, he leaves his native soil and seeks on English shores a scanty livelihood, unshared his joys, unwept his sorrows, lonely he wanders. Each morn when daylight softly breaks and steals upon his opening eyes, tear fraught yet bright, he leaves his pallet souring. Sad his heart, for sad the heart must ever be that pines in solitude. He knows not where to gain one bit of bread to satisfy the call of pinching hunger. Still there he stands, and with a melancholy smile sets forth 3 little shivering mice. For not a word breaks from his trembling lip, he seems to say, with truly pitying look, "Ah me, lost being, where shall I turn my steps? Which way proceed? Alas, it matters not, the whole wide world, a barren wilderness alone appears, intricate, wild, and outspread with thorns. No mother ever watched my youthful steps, no father ever blessed me with gentle care. Since infancy, unconscious happy years, I lost them where I learned to know their value. But soon when lost proclaimed it to my heart, when every other friend abandoned me, I was cast upon the world as now, a poor, forlorn, unknown, forsaken boy. The Sisters' Good Night by Elizabeth Sherwin. How mild are the evenings of spring, the fields all in verdure are dressed, the birds all delightful sing, as the sun slowly sinks to his rest. Not a sound but a pleasure is heard, all is harmony, peace, joy, and love, the aspen tree scarcely stirred, it is calm both below and above. Sweet flowers around us are strewn, the primrose her cowslip and rose. The lark to his slumber is gone, and the dove with his mate to repose. The breeze lingers still in the west, the landscape fades slow in the sight. Let us no haste to our rest. Good night, dear sister, good night. Star of Friendship by Elizabeth Sherwin. When dark despair was gathering round and friends had coldly all departed, hope sickened in the gloom profound and left me sad and broken-hearted. But friendship's star arose and shed its smiling beams across my way. Once more I raised my drooping head and warmly hailed its kindling ray. The Voice I Love by Elizabeth Sherwin. That voice, that thrilling voice, again it steals in silvery sweetness on my sullen ear, and every quickening pulse its magic feels, it seems my very sinking soul to cheer. My coldness and neglect, my once warm heart, with every kindly human feeling rife, is surged and broken, dying with the smart. But that sweet voice still warms it into life. When morning wakes and brings a load of care and overwhelms me with 1,000 ills, I humbly kneel before my God in prayer, that before the holy ardor fills. Still exists the sense of worldly woe, and grief around her chilling influence flings, until that voice, in full harmonious flow, a soothing balm to my sad spirit brings. Like Orpheus' tones, which deeply thrilled around, and back to earth restored his long-lost wife, so that dear voice, from their deep sleep profound, calls all my withered feelings into life. The Wild Woods and Valleys by Elizabeth Sherwin. Oh, the mountains, the wild woods and valleys for me, where the hare and the wild deer stray, where the birds chaunt their songs upon every tree, and squirrels at liberty play. There, nature in truth and beauty is dressed without the distortions of art, where all things with peace and with freedom are blessed, and the purest of joy fills the heart. Where, unseen, I can listen to nature's sweet mirth, my heart beating wildly with glee, and my glad spirit turned from the grovellers of earth, and exultingly feel it is free. When the wild woods, the hills and valleys for me, where the lightning shoots harmless on high, where the loud thunders roll, and the torrents dash free, and the rough wind sweeps playfully by. Thou art inexcusable by Elizabeth Sherwin. Judge not, the human heart is prone to act from feelings all its own. Some sudden impulse none can see, some motive hidden mystery, may prompt an action which our eyes may disapprove and we despise. But God's all-searching eye will know the source whence all our actions flow, and he will judge if wrong or right, all things are open to his sight. Judge not, O man, thy erring brother, be merciful to one another. For as ye judge, so judged yourselves will be, all sin alike men have no purity. Time and Beauty by Elizabeth Sherwin. Forth from the mighty Maker's hand, arrayed in smiles and graces dressed, a type of that far better land where saints repose, where angels rest, came Beauty, made of heavenly birth, with blooming cheek and sparkling eye, bright ornament of forlorn earth, whose bosom heaved the melting sigh. To her mankind were homage paid, important charms of magic spell prostrate the greatest heroes laid, and 'neath the sway even empires fell. The storms of life passed harmless by, the sunny smites begilded their power, nor sorrow's tear, nor grief's deep sigh could nip the bloom of beauty's flower. But short a reign, one mighty hand at length brought beauty of a bloom. Time passed and shook the wasting sand, she dropped and sunk into the tomb. Time conquers and destroys all things, even beauty owns his powerful sway. He breathes alike on slaves and kings, the wilder fade and fall away. Time's on the Wing by Elizabeth Sherwin. Up, up and be doing, for time's on the wing. Oh, never give way to dark sorrow, for grief can but soften affliction's keen sting, and hope may smile brighter tomorrow. For storms and dark clouds will come on for a while, and make all seem gloomy and sad, Yet the calm will succeed, and bring sunshine and smile, and the sad heart again will be glad. For life hath sharp arrows that often will goad, and the thorns of affliction abound, yet roses in plenty are strewn on the road, which by searching may always be found. When up and by doing, for time's on the wing, or never give way to dark sorrow, for grief cannot soften affliction's keen sting, and hope may smile brighter tomorrow. To a dear friend, by Elizabeth Sherwin. My wayward spirit dwells with thee, for fate decrees we live apart. My still unconquered soul is free, thine image occupies my heart. I love thee, but it matters not, for deep despair alone is mine. The happy ne'er cheers my very lot, my every thought and wish is wine. I wander over flowery fields and listen to the wild birds lay, when spring opening beauty yields and sportive lambkins skip and play. But heedless pass each flowered by, nor hear sweet sounds nor beauty see, and gaze unheedful on the sky. My vivid spirit dwells with thee. Canst not feel as I am prone, so this casts in other mould, seared is mine heart, it beats alone, disdainful, raptureless and cold. I know not why, but unto me, like being of other world art thou, O gentle, passionless, and free from anguish that overwhelms me now. But pure the love which fills my heart, and then from bonds of earth I'm free, or may I then be where thou art and well, forever dwell with thee. To a Weeping Friend, by Elizabeth Sherwin. Friend of my early days, oh tell me why that look of anguish lingers on thine eye? Why sits that heavy cloud upon thy brow, and why is grief a bosom rending now? Why dost thou weep, and why art thou so sad, when all around is smiling, all is glad? Hast thou watched their brightest hopes decay, gay visions fade and melt in air away? All thy souls have fondly clung to ye, snatched from thy trembling grasp and disappear? Or hast thou struggled hard with keen distress, of which thy features bear the deep impress? Still struggle on, with dauntless courage bear. Of sorrow thou canst only have thy share. O watchful Providence, ever near, the very sinking soul to soothe and cheer, whose boundless knowledge marks the sparrow's fall. Gracious God, O care for us all. To April, by Elizabeth Sherwin. Sweet April, hail thee with purest delight, thy breezes, thy sunshine, thy showers, the buds which burst forth on wandering sight, the leaves and the gay-springing flowers. At thy joys approaching all nature revives, the birds sing on every tree, the honey-bees buzzing come forth from the hives, and the skylark mounts upward with glee. White daisies appear and animal the ground, the blue hyacinth tinges the plain. Each scene beams with hope, all is shining around, and the thrush sings his liveliest strain. Then hail to thee, season of gay smiling laughs, may the days no calamities bring, but all England's children rejoice with her groves, and cheerfully welcome a spring. To Lilia, by Elizabeth Sherwin. Dear Lilia, I am all alone, with none to soothe, with none to cheer. The hopes which once were mine are flown, and sadly now I linger here. The voice of gentle love is hushed, and friendship's smiles are not for me. My only hope has long been crushed, and pleasure's face no more I see. O dark and gloomy is my way, and I rejoice in others' glee, and feel once more kindling ray of gladness when I think of thee. Tomorrow, by Elizabeth Sherwin. O heed not tomorrow, 'twill never be here. Live today, let rankling care be driven away till tomorrow appear. The ills of today are sufficient to bear. To Phoebe after a quarrel, by Elizabeth Sherwin. Say wilt thou suffer me thus to depart, with a spell on my spirit, a fawn on my heart? Or think on the many bright hours we have passed, do not discard me, dear Phoebe, at last. To Piety, by Elizabeth Sherwin. Hail, gentle Piety, pure spirit, hail, divine preceptor of a Christian's life, companion of the good, guide of the blessed. Appointed by the God of boundless nature, touched by the golden wand each passion dies. Fierce anger, deadly hatred, enviousness, pride, scorn, deceit, and all the evil train within the mind and mar the immortal soul. Morality and virtue mark thy path. Truth is thy compass, which unerring points to other worlds, to life and bliss eternal. The human mind, though clogged with mortal clay, borne on thy lofty pinions, mounts above this transitory spot, with every thought traversing worlds unknown, and, free as light, revels in boundless space, enjoying scenes of perfect bliss and bright futurity. O Piety, pure spirit, ever kind, guide every action of my fleeting life, and when the task of living shall be o'er, bring to my soul in bright reality the scenes which, through thy aid, I long have viewed. To the Absent One by Elizabeth Sherwin. I miss thee when the kindling east is flecked at early dawn with red, and earth seems all a dreary waste, for joy for my sad heart hath fled. I miss thee when the glowing day hath shed a light on hill and glen, and when I feel its genial ray, how much, dear child, I miss thee then. I miss thee in the twilight shade, when wandering through the meadow fair, and breathe thy name through every glade, but all in vain, thou art not there. Why art thou cast down by Elizabeth Sherwin? Why, O my soul, my droppest thou beneath thy earthly lot? Why art thou so disquiet now, for heaviest sorrows good? Up, heeding not, for help is nigh, where God is ever near. Rise thou, my soul, look up on high, and cast away thy fear. For heaviest billows o'er we roll, and threaten death around, yet be thou comforted, my soul, kind succour can be found. For deepest horrors thou canst see, and keen afflictions wrought, oppress and want and torture thee, still hope thou in thy God.